Yes. Yes.
So that we are belonging to the whole big universe.
Yes.
And we let go of ourselves. There's no name, for example. When the mother's womb, you wanted a name, we have to serve name. So that one should be able to let go of completely.
Yes.
Why is it that we are not saying this?
So very good question. Everything I teach you comes into two categories of techniques. One category of technique deals with your present intellectual mind and the world of psychology. That is a lower level technique than employing your soul. In other words, in a few minutes, I'll take you into deep silence. Deep silence, Vedantas, getting rid of the I, are much higher, more transformative techniques. However, these techniques work with you when you don't quite have the belief that God breathes through you. You see what I'm saying? So essentially, if you lose the I, you'll be much more courageous than doing positive affirmations to become courageous. So psychological techniques are somewhat inferior to true spiritual techniques that take you beyond your mind. More about affirmations. Never state what you don't want. So don't write me an affirmation sentence that says, I never want to die as a lonely poor man. Because the subconscious doesn't hear the never. It just hears lonely poor man. I had a student in Tehran. She bought a brand new Peugeot. It was her first driver's license. She went to take her first drive in the parking lot of Tehran's International World's Fair. It's a large parking lot with one tree. She came into the parking lot and said, "Oh, there's one tree there. I hope I don't hit it." Except the subconscious doesn't understand don't. She went right for the tree. She was like 1 kilometer away. You've all done this in your life. You were playing tennis, you got up to 40-40, you said, I hope I don't hit it in the net. And subconscious doesn't understand don't. So you never do an affirmative sentence with a negative wording. So you say, dear Lord, don't let me die as a lonely woman. You never say that. In other words, ask for what you want, not what you don't want. Because the subconscious doesn't understand the don't. It has no sense of humor, subconscious mind. Okay, the affirmation should be short and clear. Don't make it a long sentence. Tomorrow I would like to see all of you with 5 affirmations. The affirmation is the opposite of your samskara. In other words, if you've had a whole life of unexplainable diseases, tomorrow you bring me an affirmation that says, I am becoming healthier and healthier. See, it has the word I, and the verb must end with ing. In Hindi, we have a different concept, but I'm just giving you the concept. The verb is present tense. I am becoming healthier and healthier. Or I am healthier and healthier. If you say will be, it doesn't work. So I want 5 affirmations on paper. The other thing you were going to write to me tomorrow, your life 3 months from now, assuming that there's a greater you under your skin right now, waiting to come out. 3 months from now, how could your life be different from today if there's a greater self inside you already? Okay, if you want to talk about weight or income or something, a nice affirmation would be, within the next 3 years, I'm accumulating 3 lakh to buy such and such, or better. The or better takes the burden off the ego and sends it to the higher self. In other words, you have the annual strategic meeting for Oil India. You say, this is what we'd like to get done, or better. If I say to you, I will come to India if you find 20 students for me, you will find that Kambiz comes back for 11 years and he gets 20 students. He never gets 22. You know why? Because as I'm telling you, my friends, if you invite me, I'll come back, and I say, bring me 20, the word 20 goes into your mind. So then you stop trying beyond the word 20. But if I say 20 or better, I'll visit your friends in California. Then there's no limitation. So get used to the or better, because that way you leave the rest up to the Lord, so to speak. Okay. We can cut off the video, find your meditation seats. We're going to dim the lights and do our meditation.